Welcome to Pen and Gadget, and this is the Kaweco Supra. Ah, the Supra. Where do we begin? Let's see. Well, let's get that beautiful laser etching. I gotta tell you, they have the best laser etching. I mean, look how close I'm getting up in here. And it's still just super fine. It doesn't look blasted away. It doesn't look chipped. It looks just perfect. And their little logo as well, the Kaweco logo. Now, I did a review. I chatted a bit. Chatted a bit about this guy. Yeah, this is the Liliput. So these two are quite the pair. Basically, Liliput ate a lot of ink and over time gained a little weight and became a Supra. Now, everything that I've said about the Liliput also goes for the Supra, except for one thing. I'm not showing it here. I like pocket pens, so I'll start by this. I want this to be its pocket pen size. Now, there is a section. It's not a section, but it's basically, let's see if I can dig it out while we're on camera. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. Woo. Boy, oh boy. This is how it shows up. If I can open this up here, you get the usual Kaweco sleeved tin. It's upside down. There you go. This is for the Supra. It's actually, I believe they use this tin for a bunch of different pens. The tin has a shape that lends itself to fit a few different things. So yeah, pen will come in this baggie with that. What is that, you say? Okay, I'll show you in a second. And little things. And it comes with one of these international short, not the Asian style, but the regular style, international short cartridge. But you see how it's shaped like a Z? You can see that a bit. That's so they could fit different types of pens in the same case. It's genius. When this has the which I'll show you in a second, that part in, it's longer, so it actually has to go across. So in its lengthwise, the longer pens can go diagonally, while the short pens can go this way. So when the Liliput showed up, it showed up, in one of the straighter things. Anywho, that's how it shows up. You don't care about that. What you want to know is what the heck is this thing? Well, this is the chameleon of pocket pens, because is it a chameleon? No, I would say it's a transformer to go to a franchise, because this guy, by the way, has a number 6 nib. We're gonna get to the nib in a second. I'm not gonna show it off just yet, but we're gonna take this guy apart. Here we go. Take it apart. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gentle. By the way, this has got a lot of heft in it. This is in stainless steel. I forgot to say. This is in stainless steel. I have a collection of stainless steel pens. This is kind of my thing. This is an extender. Basically, you can... Oops, I think I did it backwards. Yes, I did do it backwards. Basically, you take this part. Actually, what am I doing? I don't know how to do this. Hold on. I think. How do I do this? I'm doing this on camera live and I'm screwing it up. Okay, I think what you do. Yes. You do this. You screw this on. As you can see, I haven't done this a lot. And then this screws in. There she be. Live television, everybody. And then you make, oh boy, what a pen. Now it's still pretty small, at its biggest length capped, it's just a hair over 5 inches. Just. Here's the thing. I talked in another video. If you haven't watched it, go watch the Liliput video about perfection and coveting something and the sleekness in the design. I feel like Kaweco came out with this first and then decided this needs to come out second. And the reason why I believe that, and maybe this is not true, but maybe it is because this feels like it was an afterthought, not a pure design, because of this section, this step. I like the idea that they wanted to make it a full-size pen. I think they got torn between making two different models and just one model that can turn into two different models. And I think they settled on that. I think they decided, what if we did this? And, they did it. But I don't like the design of it when it's got its extended version. It feels great in the hand. It really does. And you don't have to write with it, posted. However, it's got a step. This annoying little thing that won't focus because I'm in the wrong settings. Hold on. We'll get there, everybody. This step here. Yeah. I don't like it. And a lot of people don't like it. It ruins the otherwise perfection of the design. So let's rid ourselves of this. And a lot of other people have done this, but I figured for consistency's sake, we'll tell you about this thing. I removed it. By the way, there's the cartridge. Just kind of sticks in there. This is how I like the pen. This to me is the perfection. Okay, this is the design. This is what I want. This is the Liliput, but bigger. So yeah, Supra is aptly named. The threads are very well machined. Super smooth. You can spin it and it just spins. It feels very slick. Yeah, like the Liliput. Design-wise, they went with a domed end, and so they had to put threads on a domed end, which by nature makes it difficult to get it aligned right. But once it is, then it screws on very, very smoothly. That's just the way it is. I see a lot of people complaining about it. Muscle memory, after a while, you get pretty used to it. On camera, I'll probably screw it up. Yeah, see? On camera, I'll screw it up. But usually, you get pretty quick with it. So this is how I like it. This is the build that I like. I've read online about Kaweco nibs sometimes being hit or miss. Now this is the bigger nib. This is not their standard smaller one that's in the Liliput and in the their other pocket pens. This is a number 6 size Yovo nib, and if you've got really good eyesight, you'll see something on this that's not correct. What does that say? That says Moon Man. Moon Man, what are you doing? Moon Man has taken over. Kaweco? No. I think I got kind of a dud nib on this pen when it arrived. So in another video, I talked about, and we'll take it out right now. I talked about my Mahjong Q1, which is this lovely pen. That nib, okay, that comes with this pen is so good, so good, that I put it on this pen because this is probably one of my best, if not best, nibs. And I've got expensive-ish pens and expensive pens and, gold ones and whatnot. For stainless steel, this is by far one of the best nibs. It is an extra fine, as you can see there, extra fine Moon Man. And Moon Man is Mahjong now, but yeah, they still have parts that are made with the Moon Man symbol on it. Insignia, if you will. Just a lovely, lovely nib. So it wrote so well in that pen. I bought another one of those Q1s, and then I took the stainless steel, the all steel colored version of the nib, and I left the feed. This is a Kaweco feed, but I just took the nib off and fit perfectly in as it should. In there, and it writes like a freaking dream. It writes so well. It's so smooth. It's so nice. I did a little work on the Kaweco nib, and I got it working much, much better. Like 85 to 90% better than what it was out of the box. However, I am so used to this nib being on here, there's no reason for me to go back to the Kaweco nib. In fact, here, I'll show you it. It's on, so it wasn't just sitting out and not doing anything. I put it on this guy. So in another video, if you watch the Q1 video, you'll see that I was talking about the loop. Well, yeah, that's the Kaweco nib right there. I'll take this buddy out. See? There it is. So it's in fine. And again, I needed to do a little work on this guy. It just has some baby bottom issues and a couple of other things. Again, I've heard the stories that they were, there's some inconsistencies. You might get a great one. I think ultimately what it was I got kind of eager, and out of the box, I didn't flush it out, and I probably should have, and that probably would have made it 10 times better, because when I did flush this, after I put it in this pen, I did flush it fully and cleaned it and even flossed it. And when I did that, already it was way better. So it's kind of a lesson to everybody listening and to myself that when you get one of these pens, you gotta flush them. I didn't know that going into it, that's something that everybody does, that really is in this. But I got this early on in my collecting, and well, that's what happened. But in any case, the nib writes just fine right now, and it's a fine tip. And it's still in service. This is inked up. There's ink in there. I don't remember what's in there, but it's in there. And yeah, so it's much, much better than it was. But no, I am in love with that Moonman nib, and I gotta say, maybe I just got lucky, but that's a phenomenal nib. Anywho, come on down here. So, what is to say about the Supra that we haven't said about the Liliput? Or if you haven't seen the Liliput video, go watch that and I'll talk about something different. Okay, we'll talk about something different. Weight-wise, some people don't like the heft. Now, this comes in, I believe, only brass and stainless steel. I don't believe there's an aluminum version of this. So if you're one of those people who is like, oh, I love the size, I want it to be thicker section, because when you're working with the Liliput, it is a little small. It's small. This section is much thicker. So if we want to do a little side-by-side here and get this going, we can see, oh yeah. Yeah, we got some chunk going on here. Much bigger difference in that section to hold on to from the Liliput. And obviously the nib size is dramatic as well. Yeah, so if this is just too small for you and you just can't muster up the pain to continue writing with such a tiny little section to hold on to, this is your pen. Now, some people say this is too slippery. It is kind of slippery. These threads here, I think, make up for that. I think these threads do a service to the pen because my size fingers, it just happens to sit right there, right? So it actually helps grip. And I actually use that as part of the use of me writing with this pen. This pen writes very well, very smooth, writes under its own weight. Again, that's to do with this Moonman nib, which I have not touched. I have not tuned it. It's just out of the box. It was frickin' perfection. So, anywho, if the Liliput's too skinny for you, but you love the design, this is the way to go. You can only get it in brass and stainless steel, I believe. Maybe there's another version out there, but that's all I've seen. I love the stainless steel. I collect stainless steel fountain pens, so this fits into my collection. A lot of people do the brass. The brass is even maybe a tiny bit heavier, but for all intents and purposes, this is basically the same thing, and the weight just feels phenomenal. It really does feel like just a solid chunk of metal that you could write with. And it's not like, this doesn't have like a a neutron star density feel to it. You're not like struggling to use this thing and to write with it. It feels balanced. It feels decent. Threads, again, same thing with the Liliput. They did such a good job on these threads. It's maybe this one is a tiny bit less smooth than my Liliput. But it's got that like bearing feel. It's so smooth. I mean, if I close my eyes, I'm closing my eyes. That feels like a bearing. That feels like a little skate wheel bearing almost. It's that smooth. It really does feels that smooth. It spins. You can, yeah. Anywho, that's just, I don't know. It's just a gorgeous little design. There are a few other pens that I have that are this almost exact same size, but different materials and whatnot. I want to show you guys something. I want to see. I don't think I can do it on this video, but there's a trick, and maybe you'll look out for this video. I'll do it. There's a trick with these logos that I've not seen anybody on the internet. Nobody on the internet has discovered this little trick. Let's put it right side up. With the Kaweco. Oh, we can almost get it. Okay. Check this out. When I get the light to just beam on it, see that little rainbow there? It turns into this like 3D bullseye. When you have a single light, I happen to be using this very long cylindrical light to fill in my light here. So you're not going to get it as you would like a regular, like, regular shaped light. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's it. So we could do it with this other light. It turns into almost a hologram. There's no way to explain it because visually in person, it looks a little 3D. It pops out. Okay, when you get it just right, so you line it up, and then it just kind of pops and it turns into this little, like, it's kind of like a little halo / 3D thing going on. And I've never seen anybody talk about that on this pen. And I discovered it just when staring at it, and then I just got the right angle, and as soon as it popped in, boom, it kind of popped and it made this 3D little glow here. There you go. Anyway, it works with a solid single beam of light. Now I'll try to do it on another video. Anyway, this has been kind of long. Yeah, the nib, I should have flushed it when I bought it. It still has that thing. It still has that I want to covet it. It's that perfect shaped object. There's nothing I think you can improve on it design-wise. I think design-wise, when it's in its short form, is really perfection. I even write with this thing unposted because that's just the kind of freak that I am. But posted, it feels nice. It's balanced. The weight when you're writing does go downward. It doesn't feel top heavy. It feels okay. But yeah, I will, for quick, things, I will just write with it unposted and hold the cap in my other hand. No problem. And again, it takes a little, yeah. Okay. Well, anywho, you get the idea. It's a lovely little fun pen to play with. It has that fidget. It has that thing that I want to hold it, feel it. It's cold to the touch, and then when you keep it in your pocket, it's nice and warm, and it's the same temperature as your body temperature when it's sitting in there for a while. It's just overall great. Can't say anything else other than if this is the style of pen you want to get, and Liliput's there, oh man, go for the Supra. I think whatever the Liliput has, the Supra has more of it. It's just that extra bit, especially because if you do want a bigger pen, it comes with this, which I don't use obviously, but yeah, you get that option as well. Anywho, I've been rambling on way too long for this video. This has been the Kaweco Supra in stainless steel with not its nib, but you know the reason why. Anywho, I'm signing off. This has been Pen and Gadget. See you later.